Yeah, I had a few questions on grant writing. So, what is some business advice that you have to get the most money for grants for nonprofits?
And I love that you call it a business because that's what a lot of people don't realize. It
Yes,
is a business and you have to treat it like that. So your question was some advice that I could give you for people who are searching for grants, right?
yes,
You
yes,
have to be grant ready. And what I mean by being grant ready is your funder wants to know that you've already have history doing what you do because nobody wants to, I won't say nobody, but very few funders want to write a blank check to someone who's never done what they say they're going to do. They want to see that you have history, that you have the right board of directors in place, that your board members, have that experience to help you keep the organization healthy. Also, the people who are helping you accomplish whatever goal it is that you're doing, they want to make sure they have the skill set. And all this has to be on paper because you hardly ever meet the funder who's going to write that check to you. You give them your vision of your profile or who you are on paper. So making sure your paperwork is in order, making sure that your IRS compliant, that you do have the 501c3 so they can write it off on their taxes. And when you ask for a certain amount, say you're asking for $100,000, make sure that your plan that you're giving them matches with the budget. So that's got to make sense. Your budget has to make sense with the plan. I hope that helps.
yeah. Thank you. Is it also super important to be personable and having them see an insight to whatever you're trying to do in order to receive those grants?
That's a great question. Absolutely. That's why I tell people it's important to tell your story because when I see your story on paper and writing, it's gonna draw me in. So yeah, being personable is very important. Start out with why you're doing it, and maybe you're helping cancer survivors because your father was a cancer survivor. So start out with your story.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's a great question.